We filming?
Yeah.
So guys, I'm doing a little example on baits that I use for muskie fishing, bass fishing, and northern fishing. Now, I don't really have as much muskie because I did lose a couple this weekend. And I still do have kind of my bass lures and my northern lures. I just got these two because I lost one. I had one, and these were just excellent. These are pretty good. These are the new Rapala Rip and Wrap series, or not Rip and Wrap. I'm used to the shad. This is a shad, I believe it is. This is the Rapala V-Blade. That V-Blade, you can see right there. It's a really good, excellent tool. I saw a couple of the CEOs of Rapala who were using these, and they were catching actually some pretty good bass. But they also did catch a northern on here too. But why don't I just start with the muskie? So this is Mike the Pike. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Weston, I'm gonna say. Yeah, Weston. This is a pretty good bait. You know, it's really great. Kind of got these little stretchy little fins right here. Pretty good for that. Couple new lures that I will be getting, but I'm gonna explain the best ones to get. Now, this image that I'm showing right now is a cowgirl lure. It is a really great lure. I know there's a lot of people who fish with that, and so anyway, it's a really great lure. And that color that I showed too, I've had that. It's just excellent. My dad has used that, and he's caught some pretty good ones. So has my grandpa. So yeah. This other lure that I'm showing right now is a really good lure. It's a perch lure that is pretty rubbery. I've had it. I had it. It's a really good lure. My dad and my grandpa have caught some on that too. So now we'll go to the bass. Now, of course, this guy right here, as I was talking about, really good. It's got a little rattle right there. See, it's got a little. Let me kind of get some details with it. Take it out of the package so I don't get hooked. God. So, I think I've explained this before. This is it's got that little angry eye. It's got some good detail. Now, with most times when you're fishing, you don't want to get something, that's kind of not look like. If you've seen like a shad or a worm or something like that, don't go for like something that's bright or like pink or, or something like that. I always go for something that looks more realistic, and that actually does kind of work. And I'll explain some more with that for some of my other bass baits. But I was looking for these before, and I had a blue and tan one. I didn't really find any other one. But then I also got the green and orange with the black stripes going down. And I just found this one at Fleet Farm, and it looks like it'd be pretty good for it. So we're going to definitely try this someday. Put that out there. So yeah. Now we'll go to the next one. This is also a Rapala. This is I believe a crankbait. I think, Kaden, is this a crankbait?
I don't know. I would believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
No, crankbait, I think it'd be on a bait caster and it's...
Yeah. I can't really say. I've never really used these before. I've only used like, shads.
I've used these many times, but I don't know what they call them.
Yeah, I don't really.
My tackles are at home.
Yeah. Look, I'm a fish expert, but when it comes to crankbaits or something like these, not so. Okay, guys.
I have tons of these in my tackle. Yeah. And
we could do the. You know what? We'll leave this bait for Kaden to talk about.
I don't really have anything to talk about it.
So.
I haven't caught anything with it, man, because I don't catch fish.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure I could try and get my dad or my grandpa on here someday.
We got Abel here.
My grandpa's.
Abel.
Hey, the dog's not to show. It's to show this.
Dog's important, okay?
Okay. I could try and get my grandpa or something with this bait too.
Well, Abel could probably speak about it as a dog.
So we're gonna go to this guy. Now, this head's not exactly what I use, so we can take this off. But this worm, now going back to what looks more realistic, let me try and get that in there. This is kind of a more realistic looking worm. I think it's a little shot because I could try and get a different thing on it. This is kind of a realistic as you're gonna get for most of them. It's a little shiny, you got a little sparkle in it. Kind of those little kind of chromy looking parts. But it's really oily and kind of salty too for that. And that's one that would be good for a head like this. Now, I wouldn't really get something that's like this. I mean, the hook's good. It's a good size. But what I would really actually go for is this. More realistic, right, guys?
With the camera
You know,
focus.
for some part, I really just go for something that's realistic. Now, I know there's like little circle heads that are like, you know, on these. That's fine. Just really find something kind of realistic, as I said 1,000 times. But that's just really seems what it works on, you know, and all that stuff. Out of my experience, you know, I've had this bait, this exact one, and you know, hook it kind of like this. You know, bring it around here, hook it here, and just cast in real slow. I'll do an explanation on how I reel with that. Just real slow with these. If you're using this, you know, kind of let it go to a little bit to the bottom. And I've caught a lot of bass on here, and I can prove that to you. I've caught a lot of bass with that. Kind of reeling slow, you know, all that stuff, and that does work excellently. So now we're going to go to hooking in the middle with those baits. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen right here, you hook it in the middle kind of like this, take a hook kind of like this, and bam, right? Oh, that's not so good. Yeah, you kind of want to move a little, but that works really good. So do that, and don't get something that's about this size. It doesn't really work that well. Get something that's about this size that I just hooked with right here. Now this is a yum bait. It's got, and here's another explanation. This is a little realistic, but you don't want to get something that's kind of like that. This is what I found that they bite on. You want it to have that red sparkle in it. Now, it doesn't matter what, if it's that one brand, if it's Yum, if it's another brand, it wants to look like this, and it wants to be this size. Now, here's an explanation. This is, I'd say this is about a usual size compared to that one. That's what you want to get, because I've had this hooked in the middle before, and it just leans way over, you know. It isn't really that good, and I'll prove that to you. Take right here, hook it in the middle, and it will lean over. I don't really, yeah, see, it just, because of the weight that's right here in the front, this part just leans down, and it's
you could also try and shift it a bit
yeah,
more.
you could shift it, but you know, it's just kind of a little hard thing to do. So just for you, you can do that. You can. Okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but this is just, you know, this is a lazy person bait, really. This right here. This is a lazy, and it's really salty. It's really oily. You know, it's really,
I need to wash
fish
my
love
hands
it.
now
And
after
see,
touching it.
now it's perfect. Little leaning over, but hey, that's fine. It does a little more to this side too, and that's perfect. And then, of course, this hook too works. Something that's a good bass hook that's about this size. Get a lot of giants with that. I was fishing this weekend with that, and I just caught a lot of good bass. I caught really good bass. I threw it by a log. I threw it out kind of towards some weeds, and I caught some good guys. And you know, some grass too. I caught some pretty good size on that too.
Now let's switch it up. We're going to talk about these Smarties or the BB. I've caught some fish on Smarties.
Yeah, we have, hey, I will tell you something. My friend up at Madeline Island, Jack, he caught a northern on a gummy bear. Now, when do you see that every day? Yeah, candy. Go ahead. Go ahead and use some candy, okay?
Try some candy.
I wouldn't, hey, Kaden may be lying, but I would believe it. I would believe it.
Or
okay?
BB if you want to.
Oh, now, how the hell would you take? Okay, let's try that. Oops. Yeah, maybe use a drill and drill a hole in it first. But yeah, you can try and catch fish with candy, okay? Or a Twizzler, I've seen that, or an
I've seen
iPhone.
that.
I've seen a guy catch a bass on an iPhone, and then a jewel, and a jewel. Can you believe that? But we're gonna keep going to bass because I got a lot of bass. So then here's this too. This is a good bait. This is a frog squishy too, so when a bass bites, you know. This is a really good bait. I've caught one bass so far on it, but when you're reeling it, kind of reel just so these back fins will move, you know, a little bit. You don't have to reel fast with it. You don't have to just do it so it will move, okay? That's all you got to do. That's a good bait, you know, that's what, you know, cast right into shore with it. And again, here it is. Don't know the brand name. I will try and find this online, but this is what it looks like. I found that at Fleet Farm, so that'll help you. Just go to the bass section where the frogs are too and find that. Again, this is what it looks like because I don't, you know, kind of get it, if you can, try and get a screenshot of it. I don't speak well. Anyway, so now we'll go to bass and northern. Now I haven't caught anything on this before. Now this is also, I know this is a crankbait because it's kind of short. But, I think you can catch walleye on that too. Kind of shiny, a little realistic, a little. Got a little tail to it.
Now these come in multiple colors depending on what's working.
Yeah.
Like
Again.
at Mille Lacs Lake, like sometimes purple will work, blue will work, pink will work. Like they'll just be biting on certain colors.
Yeah, and that's the same with the with this guy too. You know, you get a lot of different colors and a couple other baits that we'll talk about too. Now Mike the Pike, we'll go back to him. I don't think we can get a different color for him. I don't think.
Well, I don't think.
Maybe. I found this in a bait store and I only found him and a couple other smaller ones.
I don't think northerns come in different colors.
I don't think so either.
I mean, well, we know Abel comes in different colors, as you can tell. But
Dogs come in different colors.
yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we have a lot of baits come in different colors, but really, like I said, just go for something that looks realistic. I'm not saying it's bad.
So now the camera decides that's good. So it might be a little off.
So yeah, so I'll just go back so it's simple. To back where we were, it's not a bad thing to get like a different color that's not as realistic. You know, a fish sometimes like shiny things. Okay, they try and go for something that's realistic. You know, this is kind of realistic as a bait. This is too. It kind of looks like a shad, not really, but it does. It's got a little shine to it, so hey, it'll work. This isn't really, this kind of does look like a muskie, so I think a muskie would be, I don't know what the hell the word is, if you eat your own kind. Cannibalism, if a muskie ate that. Not really.
Well, technically fish are cannibals, they eat fish.
I know, but you know, northerns do look different when they're little, too, like when they're newborns or something, which this guy kind of is. But yeah. So now we'll go to this bait right here. Now this is kind of what that perch bait was that I was talking about for muskie. That it is. It's a pike, I guess. No, it's kind of a northern. It looks like a pike, but it's not a northern.
Northern and pike are the same thing.
Yeah, I know. A minnow. I got sidetracked.
A shiner.
Yeah, shiner, minnow, whatever. So I bought this at the Minnesota State Fair. I don't know what the brand was called, but the guy that I got it from, when I looked at it, I went up to his stand and he was moving it around in a bucket of water and stuff, and it looked pretty good. I cast it a couple times. I ain't really got anything for it, but hey, you can try it. You know, I'm not saying you can't try it, that it's bad that you can't try it.
If you've never been to Minnesota State Fair, you're missing out on so much.
Yeah, you are. But if you guys are also watching it from a different state, you guys probably got your own state fairs, so.
But the Minnesota is especially.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got this at the Minnesota State Fair. Don't know the brand name. I think it was actually custom made. I think the guy that I bought it from, because I ain't never seen the package. I remember the package a little bit. I don't really remember it. Okay. But you can definitely try this. This looks like it's a pretty good bait. I put these two in the middle, a northern right here, and bass, because this guy said, when I walked up to the stand and I was looking at it, he said those are really good for northerns and bass. So I'm guessing it is. I'll try that this year. I promise after the videos. And we haven't posted in forever because I've been doing stuff. I did try and record for a bit when I was at my grandma's because she lives on the river, where I caught these northern and these bass that I'm showing you right now. I caught 7 northern on the bait that I'm going to show you next. That was really good. I bought this where I bought this guy right here, Mike the Pike, and where I bought these and these right here at the bait store in Battle Lake, Minnesota. But let me show you these pictures again. So these pictures, I got 7 northern on this bait that I'm going to show you next. And then I caught some good sized bass. I was literally just going for the middle worm, the hook in the middle and the worm. That just was excellent, and my grandma was just so surprised. She was just like, God, you are a pro fisherman, and I got the new. So anyway, we'll go to the next part. Did you need to stop recording? So now we will go to the northerns. Now this is the northern bait right here. This is also a bat, I should have put that in the mold, but it's mostly, I bought a lot of my baits, I bought them at the, where I bought this guy and the worms and stuff, where I bought that at that bait store in Battle Lake, Minnesota. That is a really nice lake. It is so clear, just the lakes that are around there. It's super clear. Ben's Bait, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Battle Lake, Minnesota, go to them. It's amazing. So I bought this. This is what I was using for those northerns, and I caught one after the other on this. And my dad bought this because I wanted to try out some northern fishing up at Battle Lake. And I told him, hey, when you get in here, go to the bait store, ask him about northern baits. And he was like, cool, I'll do that. The guy said, now this is a really great bait. You will catch northern on this. You will catch northern. And hey, I caught one after the other. So this is the Daredevil Red Eye Wiggler, and it is definitely what to get. I got that at Fleet Farm too. So, because I lost the one I was using before where I caught those beauties on. I lost it with my 7th, and he came right up to the dock, so it did count. So I only showed you 6 pictures. Those were the 6 fish I caught. I got a couple bites. I don't know if it was exactly the same fish that I caught after, I caught a couple more bites. So yeah, but these are definitely to go. Fleet Farm again, if you're trying to get one or something like that, wherever you live, I'm sure it will work if you got, Northern Lake or something. Actually, some of the lakes that are around my house, which I'm at right now, around here, Sturgeon Lake, Oak Lake, all that, Oak Lake is actually where a lot of people gave it a 5-star review. They said giant bass, which the time that we were there, not that long, about a month ago probably.
Fish opener?
Fish opener. Day
Here in
after,
Minnesota.
Yeah, in Minnesota. The day after the fish opener, we went there. We just saw some crappies, some sunnies, but I did see one big bass. And she was beautiful, and I know it was a she because she had bruises on her from breeding. So, but yeah, that's a small lake. It's really shallow too, but I'll get this out. So here's a little more detail to it. It wiggles too, so that's what but it's got the red beads. Okay, Kaden, be careful with the hooks. It's got the red beads on it for the eyes. Daredevil bait. It's really good bait.
This boat looks like my hand, so it's
I'm
kind of the size.
I'm gonna get it, yeah. Not big at all. They have a really big one. I'd say this is the middle one. I think they have a smaller one, or I think this is probably the smallest that they got. I can't say. I can try and look that again. Maybe the next time I'm in Fleet Farm, I'll take a video to show you guys. But this is definitely, I think you can catch bigger northerns with it. I don't know. If you want and buy all sizes, you can go ahead and do that. So, yeah, but this is the package. This is what it looks like again. You know, get a screenshot of that. Made in the USA. And that's good. So, now we'll go to this one. And this is, get cut out.
No.
This is a spinner bait. I got this at Ben's Bait again. Now the guy said when my dad went and bought this guy, the guy said, now this is a really good bait. This is what you can catch them on. And yes, you can catch bass on this too. You don't just catch just northerns. You can catch, you know, other things too. So yeah. And then spoons. I don't really have any intention with spoons. I just have, you know, these two of what the bait seller said. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you catch northerns on spoon, you know, spoons are so great for the range. Okay, I've gotten a lot of spoons, you know. I've gotten a lot of spoons, and I haven't catched anything, you know. I was out there for hours, and I haven't caught anything. So I wouldn't really go for spoons, you know. I'd bring these to the side, and I'd just really go for this for northerns, you know, or this for bass and northerns, and that. So that's really gonna be cool. I really just use what I got here. This isn't all my bait. I have a lot more. So this was also not just about bait that I had. This is also about tackle, or tackle holders, and what I use. So I'll show that right now. We filming?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so now we're doing tackle bag and tackle box. You guess what I got this one?
Free Farm?
Nope.
Cabela's?
Nope.
Shields?
Nope.
Ben's Bait Shop?
Nope. So this is a pretty good one. I got a lot of room. Dad's musky treble hook in my hand.
Did you get that one at Fleet Farm?
I got this one.
It says Shields on it, so I think I got it at Fleet Farm.
Anyway, so this is a good one. I don't have really a lot of things in here, but got, you know, pretty good things. Scale, filleting gloves, line. I'll do a thing on this line too. I don't know what that is. Some weights, hook grabber, fillet knife. God, I think that's it. This line's actually pretty good, so I'll do some things on that one. But yeah, this one is a really nice one. You got a lot of room here, and I'm gonna put all that stuff back. These fillet gloves are really nice.
Now, hold up. About these scales. Now, not all of these are actually light. So if it says 8 ounces, it's probably not 8 ounces.
Yeah.
So, like, they will lead a few off. So don't use these as an exact measurement.
Hey, another thing, yeah, exactly. There's a lot of fish that I caught that are like, you know, they say, oh, 2 pounds, you know. It's definitely not 2 pounds. You know, definitely.
My dad, he does like calibration for a living, so I'm gonna have him calibrate this, see how off it is, and let you guys know.
Well, here's a recommendation on a scale. You know, never get one, don't really get one that you have to hook it in the gill or, you know, something like that. I would really recommend, like, the ones where it has, like, one part where you can just clip, you know, unhook, clip. I'll do a picture of that. I'm gonna get one of those. I'm gonna get a Rapala with that has that, because they do that. I'm sure a lot of people have this knife, so I don't really do explanation on that.
We don't want to get demonetized. I mean, we aren't monetized, but still.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's a nice one. Now let's go to the Shields one. Now Shields, everybody knows this box was expensive. Okay.
Shields, if you've never been Shields, Mason, there's a handful here in Minnesota. Got Eden Prairie, Mankato, Rochester, St. Cloud.
We got some pockets right here on the side. Hand warmers.
Now this is like an ice fishing bag.
Yeah. This right here got another pocket. That's really, I use that one for if I got this strap right here to put in there, which I usually do. A lot of time I'll hold it, but I usually do. Then you got these 3 boxes right in here. This is a pretty nice box. I got my bass box right there. Got a northern box right here. And then I got ice fishing box right here. Now, if you guys want me to, I can do an explanation on ice fishing stuff.
Ice fishing is better.
I will beat you.
Ice fishing is better.
I will beat you.
I like ice fishing. He likes something better.
Anyway, so yeah, that's a nice one. Now I like this. I like red and gray. Those are my 2 favorite colors. Then we got a little fun pouch right here. Now, Kaden, would you like to explain what happened with this?
So, me and my dad were at Mille Lacs, went to the sleeper, and he has this on his clam voltage, okay? You know, pretty nice, he's wheeling, you know, and all of a sudden, the whole top part goes down the hole.
See, children, this is why we do not ice fish.
And it's kind of funny because we have an underwater camera, and we were able to see it. We were able to see the cat. We weren't able to hook it.
Alright, that's it. Alright. Don't buy expensive.
It's $20.
Anyway. So, now we're going to do an explanation on line. Now, this Suffix Elite right here, this is 20-pound test. This is such great line, you know, got that nice yellow to it and everything like that. That is really nice line for, you know, like really good strength, should I say. It's really nice, and it's really, in my case, I'm giving this a 5 because this is just amazing, and I don't think I have to talk about it anymore. Or actually, no, it's not 20 pounds, it's 12 pounds, but it feels like it. It's literally like it's 20. You know, when you're trying to pull it from a branch, if you get stuck, it totally comes out. It doesn't snap or anything. So now we're going to go to this Berkley X9. Now this is kind of like braided right here, although it's really not. And it's just really great for casting. It's really nice speed in casting. Like if you have a loose speed spool or, you know, speed spin, it's really great. It really gives it that spin. You know, I have a speed spin Lose American Hero, which I'm sure you guys have seen in my videos, and that just makes it, this makes it really cashed out, and I'm soon going to put that on my Lose Carbon Fire. So yeah, but these are 2 great things. I would really recommend these. Here's the package for that one right there, 12-pound test. You can do 20
Just GoPro stuff, you know.
if they do have 20. And then right here, Berkley X9, 20 pound on that. Now this I would really recommend. Wow, actually 37 pounds.
What are you gonna catch with that? Abel?
Yes.
How much does he weigh?
Like 90.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. You don't own him.
My dog weighs 50.
Yeah, my dog weighs 90.
He's fat.
Yep. I'll just put that there. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you want to do ice fishing equipment, if you want me to do ice fishing equipment,
you mean me?
I think Kaden would probably do that better. But if you want anything more like rods or what recommendations I'd get, I'll definitely do that. Any lakes that you want me to do, I'll do that. So I'll see you guys next time.
Now, if you do subscribe to our Patreon, you do get some access to some lakes.
Yep. So I'll definitely do that. Well, I showed you all the packages. I showed you everything that's good, at least for me. You guys can do what you do, but that's a little recommendations. So I'll definitely see you guys in our next one.
Out here in the country, we spend all our money on the Chevys and Hemis and Yodas and Fords. Yeah. You get out a lift kit, hold on a headache rack. You can spend some money